Axel Rudakubana getting kept in the same conditions as Hannibal Lecter. Now this is the news headlines today, and more so in the Mirror, which I'll get into in a moment. But they're now saying Axel Rudakubana will be getting kept in the same sort of conditions as Hannibal Lecter. He'll be getting fed through a flap in his door after attacking the screws last week inside of HMP Belmarsh segregation unit. Now, the majority who watch me channel will have seen the video that I've done and the breakdown about that little cretin after he attacked the screws and what will happen to him. But when I was doing a bit of research up the day on different topics, and then I seen this one and I seen the headlines when it said that about him being kept in the same conditions as Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. And I will put the picture on the thumbnail, which is in the papers. But when I did go down and read the full article, surprise, surprise, I see my name in, which I'll put up here. But it did say Ricky Colleen ex-Cartier prisoner, as though I've give them the story. They've actually took the story from me channel. I've had no contact with them about this story. They've went and took it from me channel without even asking us and put me in the paper. So that's the reason why I'm coming on and doing this one, because obviously it is all over today about the conditions that he's going to be getting kept in. So when you attack a screw down the block, the first thing that happens to you, you get wrapped up, you get twisted up. You'll be lucky if you come away without any broken bones, which, if you're someone like him and you've attacked the screws down the block, you're fair game. You expect to get the hiding of your life. Obviously, when they're wrapping them up, the bits of blind spots inside the pad, they'll know exactly where they are, and they know exactly where the pressure points are. They know exactly how to bend your arm, they know exactly how to bend the wrist, and they know exactly how to inflict the most pain and the most long lasting as well. Because they will have been giving them a fucking good few knees in places where he deserved it, where he will be still feeling it now. But there is special pads where they chuck these type of prisoners in as well. But everyone will agree, this cretin should have been in somewhere like that from the start. But I've done it in the last video, I've done a bit of a breakdown, but I will go over it again on here. You will be in a pad where the furniture, where there will be no furniture, but the bed, if it's not concrete, it's hardened plastic, fixed into the floor, so you can't rip pieces of the bed off. There will be no porcelain toilets, it'll be metal framed ones, so it all depends which block it is, but they used to use the metal which were stuck to the wall, so obviously you can't smash the cistern there, the toilet, sorry, and use the porcelain bits as weapons. And some of them that are on shit-ups and different things, a shit-up is when a prisoner covers themselves in his own excrement. They have got pads where there is a bit of there's a drainage hole inside the cell, so they can just go in and hose the filthy animal down and the water will just drain away inside the pad. Because as you can imagine, he will not be getting treated very humanely, which he doesn't deserve. But he'll not be getting out very much for exercise. Exercise, you are supposed to get it every day, even if it's just 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, as long as you're getting something. But under exceptional circumstances, where the screws might be low on staff, so they can't get him out on exercise, which will accidentally on purpose, there was no staff on to do his exercise, so he will be left to rot and stink and fester with his own thoughts in that pad, because the screws will be playing mental games with him. And like I said, he just deserts. For what he's done, he's in prison for killing 3 innocent little angels. And he's now in there attacking the screws, the only ones that are there to protect him. The rest of the prisoners want him, and they want him badly. He's fair game. He's on the top of the list for the prisoners to act out prison justice. And the only protection he's got is from the screws in the block, who would have had to pretend that they liked him and look after him because that's their duty. But now that he's attacked them, like I've mentioned, he's fair game. And he will be getting tortured down the block of the block screws, because the block screws, that's what they class them as in prison. Block is a segregation. So the block screws are a unique bunch, and they know how to torture inmates. They know how to make them suffer. There'll be noises, there'll be all sorts of things where he's getting mentally tortured down that block. And they've got ways and means of getting payback. It doesn't matter which prisoner it is, even some of the toughest, hardest lads in the system who people won't mess with, who have ended up down the block, they get tortured as well if they've done something to the screws. Like I've just said, it doesn't have to be physical contact. There's ways and means for screws down the block to torment prisoners, and he will be getting tormented. He'll be getting woken up every hour through the night, maybe even every half hour. They'll be leaving some fucking radio on with a high pitched frequency so that he cannot sleep. It's like being in the army and the fucking army torture. They're trained for this sort of thing, or they train each other to get this sort of payback. So that's exactly what will be happening. But he's on at least a 5-man unlock, where they've got to use protective equipment, and they use shields, and they give him instructions to turn around, to come out the pad, and they march him out onto the exercise yard and give him a shove onto the yard. Get out there, you piece of shit, what you are. And that is how he'll be treated. And his life will not be worth living. But like I said in the last video as well, even though a screw got injured, it wasn't serious, because he went to hospital just to get checked over and he was discharged. But it's the best thing he could have done. He'd done everybody a favour by doing that. I mean, like I've just said, obviously the screw, luckily he wasn't seriously injured, but he'd done everybody a favour in the fact that he's now getting treated like this, because they're all the members of the public, everybody out here, even the prisoners, everybody wants this for him. They want him to suffer, they want him to be treated like that. Whereas beforehand, he was getting treated humanely off the screws. The screws didn't want to, but they had to, it was their duty. But now he's done this. Like I've said, I'll say it again, he's fair game. So now he's getting tortured off the screws. They were his only friends, even though they weren't friends, but that was all he had. The screws still had to reply to him and respond to him and talk to him and associate with him whilst they were protecting him, but now they don't. So he'll be on at least a 5-man unlock. And like I've mentioned, he'll not be getting any luxuries whatsoever. There'll be nothing in his pad, in that concrete pad, with a concrete bed, with the thinnest of mattresses, stinking, what's been used 100 times, or 1,000 times rather, and it's the thinnest mattress you can get. You'll be lucky if he gets that, but if he does get it, he'll have the thinnest, scruffiest, stinkiest mattress going, and he'll be living like a rabid dog that he is. But I just thought I would come on and cover this, because like I said, I'm just going to upload this now actually without any green screen. I was going to do the edits on it, but I think I'll just upload it now. It's easier for me, and it is getting late where I'm at, because I am still on holiday for the rest of this week, and it is nearly the end of the day. But that article, just type in Daily Mirror, Axel Rudakubana, getting treated the same as Hannibal Lecter, and you'll see the article where it's mentioning me in the article as though I've spoke with them, which I haven't. I do get the press contacting us on a regular basis for stories and different things, and they do pay for interviews, what I do with them sometimes, but this one didn't even get in touch with us and put us in the paper. The sneaky little shit. Next time, I want me money for it. But I'll leave that one there for now, people. Hopefully you are still enjoying the content, which you are if you're still watching up till now. But remember to comment, like and subscribe. Take care everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.